Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I haven't done a video update in a very long time, but if you guys aren't following me on my Instagram, 96_kings, I'll put the name in the video. As you can see, I got some new wheels. Been super excited. I waited, I think it was around 2 months to get this thing put together. The rims were done by Precision Wheels in Sacramento, California. I'm going to put their number and how you can get in touch with them. And like I said, it took a while. Now they repair rims. I'm getting a lot of questions on my Instagram to see if they actually make these rims. No, they don't make them. I actually found these rims in Canada, and I'm gonna put some pictures of how they were before. They were really trashed. The guys who originally had the rims before me really fucked them up really bad. Like I said, I'm gonna put some pictures on here, and these are 17 by 9.5s all the way around, with 275 4017s all the way around too. Anyways, let me go back. I'll repeat the specs too later on in the video, but let me get back to how I got these. So I was just searching online, and I actually ended up. I didn't want to. It's kind of like a Craigslist post, but in Canada, and the guy collects like a whole bunch of like rare car parts, and I just saw these. He offered me a good price. I'm not gonna say the price because everyone's gonna say, "How come you got them so cheap? How come, et cetera, et cetera." But the reason why I'm not gonna say the price is because of that. I don't want to devalue the market. But let's say I got them really cheap because they were really fucked up. I'm telling you, these things were clapped out. Anyways, I waited about a week to get the rims. I don't know if they were gonna come in even more messed up, but they were really messed up. So I contacted a whole bunch of people in the Bay Area. Sent them pictures, and I'm not going to say any names, but a lot of the people who quote unquote are wheel repair businesses in the Bay Area stayed away from these rims. They did not want to touch them. They did not want to do anything with them. They said, one, it would cost too much money, and two, these wheels were not savable. They were fucked up beyond repair. Now, initially, I was like, I was stressed out. I was like, oh, fuck. So I spent this money, X amount of dollars already, and people were already telling me that these rims were already fucked up. And I didn't give up hope because I've seen some really bad rims get repaired on other cars, and these are aluminum. And one of the guys from the Inc. chapter up in NorCal, his name is Tomas. I'll put his link in the description. He actually sent me to the guys up in Precision who actually helped me out. I drove up on my day off from work, drove up at 5 a.m. to get there at 8 because I was really excited, and they were literally guaranteed me that they said they were able to fix them. So I got there, and they were like, "Yep, we can fix it. Just leave it in our hands," and that was pretty much it. I honestly didn't think they were going to be able to do it. Not to doubt them or anything, but just the way these things are really messed up, I didn't believe so. But I waited 2 months, and I purposely waited 2 months because I told them to take their time with the rims. I was not in a rush, and I wanted them to get them chrome plated. And that's another thing why they took so long. These things came out so beautiful. You can kind of tell. I'm being fucking passive on this shit. This thing is beautiful, man. I'm telling you in person, these things are great. I fell in love. The moment they opened up the box, I was already in love. I was like, this shit is going to look fucking killer on this car. These are Forgelines, by the way. Forgeline RNS wheels. I do have the date code on when they were built. I want to put that picture up too. Now, from my understanding is that they only built these rims for a certain amount of years, and then they stopped making them. They're discontinued. But these were for the Callaway Impala SS edition cars. These wheels were designed for those specific ones. Now, a lot of people that I've seen don't have Callaways, but they do have these rims. I think I only know about three people at the moment that have these rims that don't have actual Callaway cars. But the other ones, if you find a Callaway car, they normally have these rims on them. Now, the ones that with the Callaways, some of them bought them with 17 by 11s in the rear, and then 17 by 9.5s in the front. Me, I just wanted whatever 17 by 9.5s were good. The moment I saw them, I picked them up. Anyways, back to the precision thing. These guys are awesome. They took their time. They're really, really cool. They're really nice. And you're probably going to wonder, how much did it cost me? Let's just say I can buy, with the amount of money I spent on these rims, I could have bought brand new 20-inch 3-piece forged wheels. That's how expensive these things were. I'm not going to say the price because, one, a lot of people don't have these rims, so I don't know why you would ask the question for. But two, it's going to vary on your rims and how messed up they are. But I will just leave it at that. That's how much money without tires. The price would include without tires. The tires I actually got relatively cheap. But like I said, I was just excited to get everything done, and I can't believe I got this thing done. And I'm really, really excited the way this looks. The only thing is I do have, but I don't have them currently on, are the center caps. I do have, the reason why I say that is because I do have the center caps, but they are really messed up. They're not, like I said, they're really messed up. I don't think I can actually save them. They're really bent and they're really messed up. But I'll probably just running without this. I'll probably plasti dip this color to match something like aluminum color, like almost trying to make a metallic color. One, I like it without the center caps too. Like I said, back here it has the original paint on from the factory. It has like this like dull orange color, but I actually like it without them. And as you can see, these things are straight. These things are beautiful. Man, I'm super excited. Been excited about this setup. Another thing is the price on this, and you know that's the biggest thing what people ask. I saved up my money because I knew one day I was gonna get the opportunity to buy the rims that I actually wanted. I did have 18-inch Boss wheels on here before. I love them. They're cool. But this was where my heart is. And I never would have thought in a million years that I'd actually find these rims, but I actually did. And man, I can't believe these things are actually in my possession. I love this fucking car now, even more. I mean, I loved it before, but this is on a different level because this is the way I actually pictured it, how I actually wanted it to sit. Another question I keep getting asked, I'm going to repeat this because I'm running out of time too on my memory card here, but the suspension setup, it's a 2-inch drop in the front and a 1.5 in the rear. Now, if you're going to drop the car that bad, not that bad, but that low, you will scrape. The ride is going to suffer, but if you want the looks, then go for it. But just letting you know, that's the way it's going to be sitting, and will always be sitting unless I get air ride, but I doubt that I'll get air ride suspension. And I'll also have the 3C Fab Racing Center rear control arms. I got those a very, very long time ago. And like I also said from what I was previously saying, that if you do lower these cars, you can have the bump stops, you can have the best shocks in the world. They will go out on you a lot quicker. I have been honestly thinking about getting air ride suspension, but so far I haven't seen anybody give me anything positive about them other than the looks. Like I said, I daily drive my car. I don't want to have a blown airline out. I don't want a blown airbag out. I don't want to have any of that stuff. So that's why I'm just going to keep it on springs. One thing I am going to do in the meantime, other than get a PCM tune, which I still need to get, other than a PCM tune for the suspension, I'm going to get the front tubular upper and lower control arms from SpeedTech. Apparently SpeedTech actually dropped their price. You can get the front lower, upper and lower control arms for $1,000. I mean, it's not chump change, but it is something that's I'm actually going to end up getting eventually. But like I said, I am in love with this car so much. The way it looks, the way it rides, everything I can possibly imagine. Other than getting a paint correction, I think I'm honestly happy from the way it looks. Just maintaining it, doing just maintenance and just keeping everything going on this car. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, this is kind of on topic, but kind of off topic at the same time. But the way I think about it, the way everything came about, the way I got the car, I was pretty much, I mean, not to get personal, but it's kind of in the same realm of how I was able to afford everything. I do have help from a lot of people that were in my corner that told me to start saving up my money for something big. I started going after for what I actually want in my life. But how can I say this with us? I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not anything motivational, but for me to actually get to where I'm at, not even including car stuff, but actually music stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, even on Twitter, I've actually been able to be part of albums, with some of my favorite producers and artists. And the reason why I'm saying this and the reason why I'm putting this in this video is because it sounds cliche, but if you actually stick to what you actually want to do in your life, you can actually get what you want. I'm not saying you can get $1 billion if that's what you really want, but even small steps to actually get to what you actually want. And I honestly did not believe in a million years, one, I would own this car, two, I would actually have it the way I actually want it, and three, to actually pursue something else too, like in music, never would have crossed my mind in a million years, ever. Ever. And this can be applied to anything. And if you guys are watching this, I'm not sure if a lot of people going through their own little thing. But like I said, at one point in my life, I did not have money in my bank account. I had no clue where I was going in my life. And for some cool reason, when this car was able to be my possession, and I got it, bought it, everything changed. And pretty much what I'm trying to sum up is, if you really want something in your life, whether it's you name it, one thing is for damn sure, you got to spend time hustling, making money, staying focused, and just keep going. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of that I have been able to apply myself in the last few years. And like I said, I'm not here to talk about some like motivational stuff, but it is something to speak of, especially when you have something in your mind like this, like my car. That's just one aspect of what I actually like to do in my life, and I cannot put it into words, but other than just keep going. If you're hearing this, watching this, and whatever it is you're trying to do, just keep going. I'm telling you, those days are gonna get better and better and better. And there's gonna be a point where you're gonna be able to do anything you want to a point. But if you can reach anything that you actually want to do in your life, I think that's what it's pretty much all about. And like I said, it's a car, it's something materialistic. I know, I get it. I understand that. But there's also something where you have something in your brain that has been manifesting since, I was a I was in middle school wanting to have a car exactly like this. And I used to be in middle school dreaming of hopefully one day being able to help put an album together or be on an album, but I had no idea how to approach any of those things. The only thing that I had, I had family and friends that helped me a lot, they still do, but the one thing that I always kept doing is cutting all that bullshit out, all that distraction out, and I just kept going. That's the only thing that actually was able to put me in the direction and put me in the right spots. And sometimes I didn't understand the spots I was put into, but eventually everything started unfolding. And that's why, one, I'm super excited about everything that's been happening to me, and I hope if you're watching this video, everything will happen to you too, the way you want it to be. You just got to keep working hard, keep moving forward, and always have everything in your mind, and keep that shit close to your heart and your brain, and keep everything positive around your environment. That's the one thing, the biggest thing that actually changed within the last few years of mine. Like I said, I can sit here and keep talking about the bad times, but I don't think that'd get anybody anywhere watching this video. But going back to, the car stuff and the music stuff, but mostly the car stuff, because this is what the channel is for. Just keep going, keep saving. But I'm just gonna end it on that. I love the wheels. I love the setup. I love this car so much. This car came into my life at the right time, and I was able to manage it. I have been able to manage it, and it's something I'm very proud of. I will never take it for granted. I can speak, I can keep going on and on and on. I'll probably make another video. I mean, if people actually like the way I was talking about some like life shit, but I just know that the way this car is set up and the way everything has been coming out, the way I actually want it, it's an amazing feeling. It's truly amazing. I can't put it into words. More videos are on the way. The PCM tune, that's the next video. And a couple more updates once I start getting more parts in. Like I said, the PCM tune and then the upper and lower control arms, tubular upper and lower control arms are going to be on my next move. Once I start getting some more time to start putting everything together, and we'll just go from there. So if you like the video, just give it a thumbs up, share it, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. See you next time.